welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into some incredibly valuable expert insights from a recent episode of The Beth and Bo Show featuring contractor Derek of My Guy Roofing. We're zeroing in on a topic that basically every homeowner faces, but it is so incredibly easy to ignore until it's far too late. We're talking about the invisible storm damage lurking right above your head. Let's get right into it.
Here's how we're gonna break this all down today. First, we'll uncover the actual threat of this hidden roof damage and why the insurance clock is constantly ticking against you. Then, we'll give you an expert checklist on how to avoid hiring a chuck in a truck, yeah, you heard that right, so you can properly protect your biggest investment.
So let's start by unpacking this hidden damage threat. Derek actually shared this crazy real-world story during his interview that perfectly hits the nail on the head. He was out at a property, just standing on the sidewalk, right? He hears a car pull up, glances over, and immediately spots a huge section of shingles completely ripped off the side of a nearby roof. But get this, the owner, a busy single mom, just pulls straight into her driveway, parks in the garage, and the door shuts. She had absolutely no clue half the side of her roof was gone. And honestly, why would she? After a long day, you're not exactly inspecting your roofline. Luckily, Derek knocked on her door to give her a heads up, and it turned out the entire back of her house was totally wrecked. Now you might be wondering, why does this hidden damage actually matter if you don't physically see a leak inside your house? It's supernatural to assume that no water dripping onto your living room floor means your roof is perfectly fine. But man, what's actually happening up there? Totally out of sight. The scary truth is that a lot of hail and wind damage is literally invisible from the ground level. So while you're just going about your normal week, water is very likely seeping right into your attic space. It's up there growing mold in your insulation, it's quietly rotting out your structural framing. Your roof is actively deteriorating and you have absolutely zero idea because it just hasn't ruined your drywall yet. And that brings us to a massive catch: the ticking insurance clock. Because this danger is hidden, a lot of people don't realize they're on a very strict deadline. 1 year, that's it. In Texas, you generally have exactly 1 year from the date of the storm to file your insurance claim. Just 365 days, and once that window slams shut, it is closed for good. As the source material points out, every single day you wait, that hidden damage is just spreading. The water intrusion gets worse, and your claim deadline ticks closer and closer. Seriously, think about it. If you wait until you finally see that awful water stain on your ceiling, you might have already completely missed your 1 year deadline. And if that happens, the insurance company is off the hook, and you are stuck paying tens of thousands of dollars completely out of pocket. No way you want to be in that boat.
Okay, so we know we need to act fast, which means we need to talk about avoiding what Derek calls chuck in a truck. If you want to fix this damage before the clock runs out, you absolutely need a legitimate professional. Derek's term for the storm chasers, chuck in a truck, is hilarious, but it is so incredibly accurate. There's a massive difference here. The storm chasers, they're usually unlicensed. They slop on cheap 3-tab shingles that'll just blow off in the next storm. They offer zero warranties beyond a handshake, and the scariest part, they're totally insured, leaving you legally liable. On the flip side, a legitimate local pro like My Guy Roofing is licensed in Texas, deeply rooted in the local community, uses manufacturer-certified materials, gives you rock-solid workmanship warranties, and actually pushes for a full replacement instead of cheap patch jobs. And here's the absolute game changer when it comes to protection. A real professional carries heavy-duty liability insurance. We're talking up to $2 million. This is huge because it means you are never financially on the hook if an accident happens on your property. If Chuck falls off your roof, yeah, you might be paying his hospital bills. But with a fully insured pro, your home and your bank account are 100% protected. So, how do you make sure you're getting the real deal? Let's run through the expert contractor checklist. We pulled the exact questions you need to ask directly from Derek's interview. First up, you've got to ask, are your inspectors certified and licensed in Texas? This is about so much more than just glancing at some shingles. It's about knowing the local building codes and knowing exactly how to properly document that damage so your insurance company actually approves your claim.
Derek was super emphatic about this on the show. He literally said, the guy that's up on your roof better know what he's doing. Because if they don't know how to spot the specific hidden hail marks or wind damage that the adjusters are looking for, you're the one who loses out on the settlement.
Question number 2. Can you provide proof of general liability and workers' comp? And listen, don't just take a yes for an answer here. Ensure that every single crew member and subcontractor stepping foot on your property is fully covered. If they can't physically hand you a piece of paper proving it, send them packing. Do not let them on your roof.
And finally, ask about warranties. You want this in writing.
You're looking for robust manufacturer warranties, sometimes up to 50 years on premium materials from brands like Gaff or Owens Corning. But just as importantly, you need a strict workmanship guarantee. If the roof fails down the line because they installed it wrong, they need to be on the hook to come back and fix it, period.
All right, let's bring it all together and talk about protecting your biggest investment.
Once you've actually vetted a great contractor, how do they handle the whole messy, stressful insurance process? Well, a legitimate company makes it super smooth, really just breaking it down into 4 steps. First, they do a free certified inspection. Second, they build a detailed, photographic damage report, which is basically your golden ticket for leverage. Third, they actually show up and meet the insurance adjuster right at your house. And finally, they handle the expert restoration. But let's pause on step 3, because meeting the adjuster is where the magic really happens. Derek points out that having your contractor there on site is a complete game changer. They are there representing you. They're pointing out all that hidden damage the adjuster might, conveniently overlook. They'll fight back against cheap cosmetic Band-Aid catches, which happens all the time, especially with tile roofs. They make sure the full scope of the replacement is approved. And if the insurance company misses anything during the actual build, your contractor handles all those supplemental claims, so you get every single dollar you deserve.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. That clock we talked about, it is ticking right now on invisible damage that you probably can't even see from your driveway. Are you going to leave your home's safety to chance? Or are you going to ask the right questions, demand a legitimate local professional, and take action to protect your biggest investment before your 1-year window closes forever? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and we will catch you next time.